Hi, welcome to Leigh Works. Today I'm here with Steve, co-founder of Leigh Works and also founder of Nemiah. Today we're going to talk about how Leigh Works started and how Leigh Works has helped Nemiah. So let's go into that.
Yeah, I met Adam at a local hackspace with the other founders of Leigh Works. I was there at the time with Nemiah, just sort of starting out. We were mainly doing software, websites and that sort of thing, but I was probably more interested in the electronics and maker side of things, more as a hobby at the time, which is why we were at the hackspace. We realised that there wasn't really anywhere set up that catered for businesses. It was more sort of hobbyists and individuals. So we thought, well, why not do something that we can get other businesses involved in and set up a community that way instead, which is what we did. So we had a look around, we found this really awesome building that we're in.
Yeah.
And, we're sort of 12 months into it now. We've got a few different businesses here. And I think everyone really enjoys the little community that we've got going on.
Yeah, we've been going for about a year and a half now. I think we're going to make a short video series covering a few of the different businesses at Leigh Works as well. Hopefully not too long after this video comes out. So shall we talk about some of the interesting projects you've done at Nemiah?
Yeah, we've done all sorts of stuff. Recently we've done some pretty cool things with Adrenaline Escape in Wigan. So they're an escape rooms and we did a lot of the props for those escape rooms. So there is a headless minotaur that rises out of a table. There is a time machine that allows you to communicate with the past. There is.
So is that a real working time machine?
It is definitely 100% a real working time machine. There is a sort of magic photograph that's on the wall and changes. So it's a regular photograph, but it has the ability to change what the picture is there. So, and there's a lot of physical props and things that are used, and smoke and lights and things like that.
Yeah.
And one of the advantages of being here rather than working on my own is that there's a lot of different people here to bounce ideas off. There's a lot of different equipment that I can have access to. So, for example, Kev from Laser 3D, there's a lot of laser cut acrylic that we've used in the props that we've made. So that was great, just being able to sort of speak to Kev, and obviously he's a designer as well. So that's even better because we can get like sort of tips on how to make things work a bit better. So it's been really good. I mean, I don't think we could have done that if it wouldn't have been as good of a result if we hadn't been in that environment where we could bounce ideas off each other. So yeah, so that's been really good.
You've also done the Pixel Table project as well.
Yeah, so that was another really interesting project. It started off as a bit something that I was working on for myself. It's turned into quite a big project we've been working on for a couple of years now. It was another thing again that I've collaborated with Kev from Laser 3D on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of intricate product design gone in there. There's some pretty clever stuff. We've used a combination of metal and acrylic as well. And the whole point is that it's a kit that anyone can put together. So as an actual product, it's sort of really well thought out because it's simple and it's made from simple components.
Yeah.
And obviously it has to be easy to assemble.
You got some of the stuff pre-ordered as well, such as the internal bits for the metal, didn't you?
Yeah, so there was another company that we used for that, which was Factory, which we used loads for different projects because you just draw up the CAD drawings. It's like cloud-based manufacturing. So you just draw up what you want, get it so you're happy with it in 3D, send it off, and then a week later a pallet turns up with all your stainless steel cut exactly to order, and then it just goes together like Lego. So
this type of environment makes it much easier to prototype products like that then?
Yeah. And again, just even having people to bounce ideas off, helps you figure those bits that might be new to you, or someone else has done that a million times before.
So you've kind of taken the Pixel Table project in a more educational direction now, haven't you?
Yeah, so originally it was just a bit of fun, I suppose, and then we sort of realised how cool it was. And then in the meantime, I had twin daughters, so that took up a bit of my time. So it's one of the reasons why it's not exactly done yet. But it then also made me realise how well it works with kids because it's such a big, colourful thing, and it's got the arcade buttons on the side and the touch interface. So what we thought about doing was turning it into more of a tool that could be used to sort of teach programming. So it was like going back to the days of really simple programming. Yeah. So that's what we've done. We set up this project, which is an open source project. Anyone can contribute to it. And as I said, it comes with the hardware, with the instructions on how to build all the hardware yourself and everything else. And the idea was that anyone can get started for free using the software emulator. And then there's a really simple sort of language to use. It's based on JavaScript, but it's a much simpler language. And then the idea being that it could be used in schools or maybe something like a museum or something like that, where they've got single big pixel table, which is obviously quite expensive with all the hardware and work that goes into it. But they could just get one of those. The kids can still learn using even just a Raspberry Pi or any computer whatsoever, or just anything with the internet on it. They can sort of create these progs using the emulator, and then at the end of the lesson or the end of the day, they can upload those to the big table, which would be in some common area, and then everybody can play on it.
It's a pretty cool concept, that.
Yeah, and it is. It's loads of fun. To be honest, like you can have 4-player Pong. There's all sorts of things that you can do, and because it's a big table that you can all get around, there's tons of space.
Yeah.
So that the games for it are really good.
Cool. You've also done a few other community-driven projects as well off the back of that, haven't you?
Yeah, so it was just another idea that we were talking about. It actually came up as a bit of a joke because everybody just kept putting on Facebook what bins are out, what bins to go out today, and it was a question that everyone was getting sick of answering.
Yeah.
So I think somebody jokingly said you should do an app for that. So we did. So we did an app called Bin Day.
Yeah.
It's a web page and a mobile app. You can just go on binday.uk and put your postcode in, and it tells you what bins are going out, which sounds really simple, but it's actually worked really well.
Yeah.
We get 500 or 600 people that use it regularly.
Right.
There's an Alexa skill as well, so you can just say, Alexa, what bins do I put out? And she'll tell you. Yeah. And we've won 3 or 4 awards for that.
Very cool.
For the most engaging app. We've even had people, so there was someone who was visually impaired, and they don't have really another way of getting that information, or certainly not a simple way where they can just say, Alexa, what colour bins do I put out? And we've had other comments from other people saying that, it's just really useful.
Yeah. So you've had a more recent project as well, more business focused, kind of in the digital realm as such.
Yeah, we did a mini site for Digital Workplace Group. Yeah. So they had an event earlier this month, which is a live 24-hour event. So they have different people doing different events all across the globe, from really big companies like Lego, ING, Microsoft, and they're sort of giving these workshops about digital transformation and digital workplaces. And we put the mini site together for that. So there was all the information about how it was run, the schedule, and how best to get involved and things like that. Yeah. So again, that's more sort of a run-of-the-mill software website sort of job for us. But it was really interesting because it was dead relevant to what's going on this week, especially.
I hope you've enjoyed this insight into Leigh Works and Nemian. Feel free to visit Leigh.works or go to our Facebook page. And for Nemiah, where do we go for that?
Probably best to go to Nemiah.uk and have a look at some of the cool stuff we've been working on.
Cool, and we'll be doing more videos on the other businesses at Leigh Works very soon. So remember to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.